our amazing seniors from the China virus, I'm also fighting to protect you from another danger, one which threatens everything we cherish, value, and worked our entire lives to build and to defend. As we gather today, seniors are under threat from a radical left movement that seeks to destroy the American way of life. We're not going to allow it. And you know one thing, Sleepy Joe can do nothing about it. The left has been taken over by socialists and Marxists and extremists, and they have. They want to transform our nation into a country that would no longer be recognizable, and their agenda will shatter America's seniors. Their plan to delay the vaccine, delay therapies, and prolong the pandemic will cost thousands and thousands of lives, will be horrifying for our country. Their plan for higher taxes, they want to quadruple taxes. Every company will move out. They'll go back to where they came. We had tremendous people, tremendous companies come into our country. We're bringing tremendous jobs, 160 million jobs. We've never had anything like it before the plague, and then we're building it back up again. Last 4 months, we've set records on employment, on hiring, employment. And you know, a number that, let's say a year ago wouldn't have sounded great, but now sounds incredible. 7.8% unemployment, think of it. People were talking about 42%. We're back down to 7.8, and we'll be soon down to the number where we were 7 months ago. Pretty amazing. I never thought I'd be happy with 7.8%, but you know, when you think about it, right? It's, they were talking 39%, 42%. Ron, 7.8 is a pretty amazing thing. We did that in a rapid fashion. Nobody's ever seen anything like it, actually. Their plan for higher taxes and crippling regulations, however, would crater our economy. Their insane energy policies, because you know they're going to be fracking. Hey, Biden for a year and a half is saying there will be no fracking. Then he lucks out, he gets the nomination because Elizabeth Warren refused to get out. So Bernie, a second time, that happened twice to Bernie. Bernie, he's a hell of a loser, that's one thing I'll say. He knows how to lose. Well, he knows how to lose. Guy loses, he goes back to work like nothing happened. No, they took it away from him twice. I think the second time in a way worse because she stayed in, she took the votes, and Sleepy Joe just got in there. That's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You never know what happens. But if you take a look, and we can't let any of this stuff happen. And you look at what's happened to other countries where they've had this philosophy, where they've had this ideology, we can't let. But you watch what they're saying about the fracking, where he said no, and he said it with such, you know, it's not like, well, I'll think about it. He's doing the same thing with the courts right now. They're going to pack the Supreme Court. You see what they want to do? Would be destruction of our country. But you take a look. So he says, no, there will be no fracking. These are the words. There will be no fracking. You don't understand what I just said. There will be no fracking. You know, he gets very agitated. There will be no fracking. And he gets the nomination, goes to Pennsylvania. They inform him that they have 1 million jobs and fracking's a big deal. And they like inexpensive energy, right? And so he goes from there will be no fracking with great anger to I never said there wouldn't be fracking. It's the craziest thing. If that ever happened to me, and the media doesn't even talk about it, that's just one of many things. Then he does the thing with the courts. You see that, right? He goes, I'll tell you after the election what I'm going to do. How important is it? Because he's going to put on radical left crazy judges that will destroy your lives. You know, it's the most important. They've always said, I've always heard, Ron, I've always heard this, that the most important thing a president does is pick Supreme Court justices, right? I would say maybe the military, you know, but let's say it's right there. And he has to create a list, more than just that. He has to create a list and let you know, and he has to pick from that list. That's what I did. I created a list of 25 people, highly, highly capable people. And a lot of people said that's why I won the election, actually. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it was a very important part, Mayor. You understand mayors, you know that. So their insane energy policies will abolish millions of jobs and cost seniors thousands of dollars per year in higher energy bills. Their anti-police agenda will empower violent mobs and put every community at risk. Their anti-suburban agenda threatens the property values of millions of American seniors and your families who own homes in residential neighborhoods in the suburbs. I'm saving the suburbs. You know, people were saying, well, women in the suburbs, do they like Trump? I said, yeah, they like me. You know why they like me? Because I'm saving their homes. That's why they like me. They may not like me, but they like what I'm doing. And that's more important. Oh, boy, they have these crazy people. The people on television, I don't know if suburban women want security, they want safety, they want law and order, they want their homes to be protected. The socialist ideology that they will use and indoctrinate our youth with it's like poisonous anti-American propaganda. The plan by Washington Democrats to give amnesty and free health care to illegal border crossers will obliterate Medicare, bankrupt your Social Security, robbing you of the benefits that you've paid for your entire lives. You know, look, take a look at Venezuela. You know, people don't realize that was a wealthy country 18, 17 years ago. It was so wealthy. And it's gone from being wealthy. They don't have medicine. They don't have food. They don't have water. They don't have anything. And it's, you know, it can happen here, just a much larger version with that ideology. And that's the ideology that they're looking at. It's crazy. These radicals will destroy Medicare with totally open borders. And by the way, you know the wall? It's up to almost 400 miles. 400 miles. And it goes down deep, tunneling. It goes down deep and up very high. I know it's had a tremendous, we've never had a stronger southern border than we have right now. It'll be finished very soon. We're doing 10 miles a week. That's a lot, 10 miles a week. Army Corps of Engineers are also doing Lake Okeechobee and lots of other things, right? They're doing a good job, right? They're giving away your benefits. That's what they want to do to anyone in the world who trespasses into our country. And you know, we all have big hearts and we want to take care of people. But when you say we're going to give you free health care, we're going to give you college education, I sarcastically said once, we're going to give you a beautiful brand new Rolls Royce, okay, if you're an illegal immigrant. And CNN went and they said, the president lied to the seniors. You know, they just don't get it. They get it. Actually, unfortunately, they get it more than you would think. They're a little bit on the evil side. But, you know, you're going to bring millions of people. You're going to bring millions and millions of people. It's like when you say free health care and free education and free this and that, millions of people are going to pour into the country. It's not going to be stoppable. And we can't let that happen. They care more about illegal aliens than they care about senior citizens, the Democrats.